This is the second video of the topic series Algebraic Methods 2. We are on Edexcel Pure Mathematics 3, Chapter 1. In this video, we are going to discuss about how to find the algebraic fractions. We know that if the power of the numerator is greater than the power of the denominator, we consider those fractions as improper fractions. We can write these improper fractions as a full number and a remainder. For example, all of these fractions, this is x squared, here the power is 2 and here the power is 1. Therefore, you can divide this x squared plus 5x plus 8 by x minus 2. Here the power is 3 and here the power also 3. For this case even you can divide. If the power of the numerator is greater or equals to the power of the denominator, we can divide those fraction and write it as a complete portion and a remainder. Right. If you come up with this question, we can say that x squared plus 5x plus 8 divided by x minus 2. If you divide it, you will receive the answer as x plus 7 plus 22 over x minus 2. If you use the long division or any other method, you can get this answer. Then I will multiply these both sides, right hand side and the left hand side, this left hand side and the right hand side by x minus 2. That means what is the speciality of multiplying by x minus 2? I am multiplying with the denominator, the fraction or the divisor, right? If you multiply this side, x squared plus 5x plus 8 divided by x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 2 is, here these two terms get cancelled and turn up into x squared plus 5x plus 8. If you multiply right hand side, x plus 7 multiplied by x minus 2. And over here the remainder is 22 divided by x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 2 is, this x minus 2 cancel out with this x minus 2. Sorry, this x minus 2. Then the remainder is 22. So you can write x squared plus 5x plus 8 is equals to x plus 7 into x minus 2 plus 22. Right. We use this technique to find the long division, to find the division of these algebraic fractions. Right, this method is called the equating the coefficient method. Right, let's see how to use the equating the coefficient methods to find out, if you don't know this answer, how to get this algebraic division using coefficient method. That is the first part of the approach for this topic. Before we come up with equating coefficient method, we need to understand certain things. The first thing is, we know that if you divide a function by a divisor, you get a complete portion of the answer. For example, in this example, this is a complete portion. That means there is no division, just only a complete answer. Plus remainder. This is a remainder. This is a remainder and divide by the divisor. I think when we are doing with what we call in our small grades, we know that if you divide, just for example, if you get 49, if you want to divide it by 3, what is that answer? We can say the answer is 49 divided by 3 is how much, children? That is 16 is a full focus. Since it is a full portion, 16, and you can say plus. What is the remainder? Remainder is 1 divided by 3. You can write in this way. The full portion plus the remainder divided by divisor. This is what we wrote it as 16 1 over 3. The physical idea of 16 1 over 3 is 16 plus 1 over 3. 16 is the full portion, 1 is a remainder and 3 is a divisor. Same way you can use this technique over here for the algebraic fractions. If you come up with this example, we can say x squared plus 5x divided by plus 8 divided by x minus 2 is x plus 7. This is the full portion, complete portion of the answer. And this is the remainder and this is the divisor. So you can write this 49 over 3 is equal to full portion plus remainder divided by the divisor. That's a way of getting this part. Right. Okay. Now let's move up to the extensions, or how to do this, how to use this coefficient method to get this right. When you are working out with this is the way of you use the technique. If you divide fx by gx, for example, if you divide x squared plus 5x plus 8 by x minus 2, There is a complete portion and a remainder out of a divisor. How do you identify what is the complete portion? The general concept of the complete portion is the full portion, the complete portion of the answer is power of x minus power of x. That means like if you get the power of full portion, not like just like if you divide fx by gx, the power of the full portion means like if you divide by this, what is the complete portion? Complete portion is x plus 7. What is the power of this answer? Power over here is how much? 1, because it's a linear equation power. How do you get the power over here? Simply, what is the power in this, what do you call the function where we have to divide? The power is 2. Here the power is how much? 1. So if you subtract the power of the dividing number by the divisor, that would be the power of this answer, right? Let's see how to use this in our future examples. And we have to understand what is the power of the remainder. Here, if you get the power of the remainder, we can get by, actually there that power would be 1 power less than the divisor. What is the power over here? Power is 1. So here the power should be 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So you can say the power of, if you want to get the full portion, the answer is x plus 7 and the power is 1. So here the power is 1. How do you get it? Here the power is 2 minus, here the power is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So you can see it's a power 1 equation, right? The remainder is here the power is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So here it's a power 0. Power 0 means what? It's just a constant, no x terms. X plus 7 just like things are power 1. 22 is just like power 0. There is no x terms. X plus 7 is a linear function, that is power 1. X squared plus 5x plus 8 is a quadratic one, that is power 2 equation. X cube plus 3x squared plus 8x minus 2, somewhere like that. Those are power 3 equation, the cubic equation. Like that, we have to analyze these matters, right? Now let's see how to use these theories to understand, to use the method of coefficients to get the algebraic fractions, right? Okay. For example, if you want to divide x cube plus x squared plus 6x plus 8 by x minus 2, we need to identify, if you divide it, what is the complete portion. The complete portion is, we know that here the power is 3 and here the power is 1. Therefore, what is the power of the complete portion? The complete portion has a power 2. It's a quadratic equation. Therefore, you can say x cube plus x squared plus 6x plus 8 divided by x minus 2. Complete answer, we write it as a quadratic format. What is the quadratic format? We can write ax squared plus bx plus c. We need to find what is a, what is b, and what is c. That is later, right? Plus the remainder. What is the power of the remainder? We know the divisor is a power 1. Therefore, the remainder is power 0. That is just a constant. Therefore, you can write x cube plus x squared plus 6x plus 8 divided by x minus 2 is ax squared plus bx plus c plus p divided by x minus 2. We need to find what is a, what is b, what is c, and what is p to find the answer for this algebraic fraction. Right? Let's see how to do that. Then this is the objective. What you need to do is we use the same technique what I've used over here. This one, right? Then, yeah. Then I'll multiply this both sides by the divisor, x minus 2, both sides. Then what happened? This side turn up to x cube plus x squared plus 6x plus 8 divided by x minus 2 into x minus 2. This portion, ax squared plus bx plus c into x minus 2 plus p of x minus 2 into x minus 2. Therefore, this x minus 2 cancel with this x minus 2, only p remain. Here, this is the one, right? Then here the x minus 2 cancel with this x minus 2, then the remaining is only this bit. Here, this is remaining, right? Okay. This one you have to expand the brackets. If you expand the brackets, ax squared into x is ax cube. Ax squared into minus, ax squared into, first you multiply with x. X into x squared is ax cube. X into bx is bx squared. X into c is cx. Minus 2 into x squared is minus 2x squared. Minus 2 into bx is minus 2bx. Minus 2 into c is minus 2c. And here these two terms cancel and p remains over here. Remember to enter all of these fractions. What I did was I just expand this one. Here these two get cancelled. If I just, to verify this answer, I'll just cut them. Yeah. Right. So here you can say This term cancels with this term. Here, this term cancels with this term. Right? Therefore, this is the remaining portion. Right? Okay. This is the remaining part of it. Right? Then what you need to do is, right. Then what you need to do is, we have to equate the coefficient. Now see, consider the x cube term with x cube. Right? What is the number here? 1. The number here must be 1. Therefore, you can simply say a is equals to 1. Right. Then we will come up with x squared terms. What is the number over here? 1. Therefore, you can say 1 equals to, what is the number over here? B minus 2a. Then you can say b minus 2a equals to 1. Now, I know a value is 1. Therefore, b minus 2 into 1 is 2 equals to 1. Minus 2 brought to other side is plus 2. That is b equals to 3. So, you have to work out by yourself and see whether can you reach these answers, right? Then we'll consider with x terms. What is the number over here? 6. Therefore, you can write 6 equals to number over here. C minus, actually there is no P over here. It's by mistake. There is no P here. Yeah, this is only, just only this. Yeah. Right. Then C minus 2B x. Then you can say C minus 2B equals to 6. Right. Yes. Then we know the answer for B. B is 3. Then minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. Brought to other side is plus 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Therefore, you can say C equals to 12. Then if you consider the constants, 8. 8 equals to P minus 2C. Now you know the value for C. Minus 2 into C is minus 24. Brought to other side is plus 24. 8 plus 24 is 32. So with that you can say, we have now already found the value for A, B, C and P. Then we can say this is x squared A, B is 3, 3x, C is 12, plus remainder is 32 out of x minus 2. That is the answer for this algebraic division. That is the way of using equating coefficient method to obtain this answer. Hope you have understood this theory. Okay, let's come up with this example. Then what you need to do is, we can say, given that x cube plus x squared minus 7 equals to ax squared plus bx plus c into x minus 3 plus d. Find the value for a, b, c and d, right? Initially what you need to do is, we have to expand the brackets. We can expand the brackets, right? So that is, there are different techniques we use. So if you use, if you expand the brackets, you can see this is ax cube, that is, and minus 3ax squared, bx squared minus 3bx, cx minus 3c plus d. With that, you can simply equate the coefficients. There is no, what do you call that? So if you consider the coefficient of x squared, what do you get? Ax cube is, you just expand this, then you realize that a equals to 1. You will obtain the answer as a equals to 1. Then if you consider the x squared terms, if you consider the x squared terms, if you remove the brackets, you will realize that minus 3a plus b equals to 1. Therefore, we know the answer for a. Then if you put minus 3, if you brought to other side, b become 4. Like that, you can equate the coefficient of linear terms, by a cubic term, quadratic term, linear term. Here the linear term is how much, children? The linear term is 0. That there is no. So in this case, if you equate the coefficient of linear term, you can say 0 equals to the linear expression what you gain from here, right? Then with that you will obtain the answers as A is 1 for this question, B is 4, C is 12 and D equals to 29. You can do the same technique what I have used in our previous example. With that you can say x cube plus x squared minus 7 over x minus 3 equals to x squared plus 4x plus 12 plus 29 over x minus 3. With that you can equate this, we can obtain this answer. So that is the way of doing this question. So no need of working out with this method because it's a little bit confusing. Only thing is that you just expand the brackets, simplify and equate the coefficient of x cube, x squared, x terms. When you consider the x squared, x terms, answer is where? Answer is 1. 1 equals to the, that one you have to understand, and the constant term is minus 7. With that you work out and see whether can you obtain this answer, right? Then the second method, this is the most popular method to find this algebraic division. The reason is that in this equating coefficient method, the process is too long. too long and it consumes a lot of time to do this. Therefore, most of the algebraic divisions we use a long division method, where at the initial part of this long division we have already learned in our PO2 mathematics, right? Let's see how to do this. Then x cubed plus x squared minus 7 divided by x minus 3. I think that's the same question where we have used over here, right? Okay. Then let's see. Then you can do the long division, right? When you write it, you can say x cubed, x squared. There are no x terms. You write it as 0x minus 7. Hopefully you know this technique. Then we had always have to see with the first term to first term. See whether how many x terms are there for x cubed. How many x terms are there for x cubed? If you want to work out it just like this. We want to see how many x terms are there for x cubed. If you want to see, you can divide x cubed by x. Then what is that answer? That answer is x squared. Right, x squared. Then you can write x squared over here. This is the answer for that. Right. Then multiply this entire expression with x cubed. X cubed into x is, sorry, x squared into x is x cubed. X squared into minus 3 is minus 3x squared. Then subtract. X cubed minus x cubed is turn up to 0. Right. Okay. X squared minus minus 3x. X squared minus minus. You have to subtract this one out of this. That is plus 4x. Then brought this term down. Right. Then see whether how many x terms are there for 4x squared. To see that, you can divide 4x squared by x. Then what do you get? You get the answer as 4x. Right, that is the term over here, right? This one, right? Okay. Then multiply this entire expression, this one x minus 3 with 4x. 4x into x is 4x squared. 4x into minus 3 is minus 12x. Then subtract. 4x squared minus 4x squared is 0, obviously. Right? 0 minus minus 12x is plus 12x. Then take this term down, minus 7, this one. So I think you are a little bit familiar with this. Now see whether how many x terms are there for 12x. Yeah. Then if I just work out, 12x divided by x. That is how much? That is turn up to 12, plus 12. Right? This is plus 12 over here, this term over there. Right? Okay. Then multiply this entire x minus 3 with 12. Then 12 into x is 12x. 12 into minus 3 is minus 36. If you subtract it, 12x minus 12x is 0. Minus 7 minus minus 36. That is minus 7 plus 36 is 29. Therefore, this is the full portion. Full portion is x squared plus 4x plus 12. And the remainder is how much? Remainder is 29. Therefore, you can say that the full portion is this plus remainder divided by divisor. With that, you can get the answers A, B, C, and D, where A is 1, B is 4, C is 12, and D equals to 29. That is the way of doing this question. Right. Let's move to the next question. Right. Here what you need to do is, here also you divide x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x minus 10 as to divided by x squared plus 2x minus 3. Now in our previous question we just multiply with just a linear term. Now we come up with little bit advancements. That is a quadratic term, power 4 term has to be divided by quadratic term x squared plus 2x minus 3. We use the long division to do this. Now let's see how to do this long division, right? What you need to do is x to the power 4 plus x cube, there is no x squared terms, plus x minus 10 divided by x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay. Now see whether the first term to first term, right? See whether how many x squared terms are there for x to the power 4, right? How to do that? If you are not much familiar, you can just write this the way. X, how many x squared terms are there for x to the power 4? Divide x to the power 4 by x to the power 2, right? This is pretty simple, right? Okay. The answer is x to the power how much? X to the power 2. That's the answer over here, is the way. Then multiply this entire expression by x squared. Remember that you have to multiply the entire divisor by this term. X squared into x squared is x to the power 4. X squared into 2x is 2x cubed. X squared into minus 3 is minus 3x squared. Then subtract. X squared minus x squared is 0, right? Okay. X cube minus 2x cube is minus x cube. 0 x cube x squared minus 3x squared is plus 3x squared, right? Then take the next term down. Okay, it's over here, right? Okay. Then the first term is minus x cube, right? Sorry. So, if you can, this is minus x cube. Sorry, this is where minus x cube. Now see whether how many x squared terms are there for minus x cube. Minus x cube divided by x. What is that answer? That is minus x squared. Right. It's over here. Sorry. Divided by, I just made a mistake. It should be divided by x squared. That is not x squared. This is just minus x, right? It's over here. Right. You divided by x squared. Minus x. Then multiply this entire x squared plus 2x minus 3 with minus x, right? Minus x into x squared is minus x cube. Minus x into 2x is minus 2x squared. Minus x into minus 3 is plus 3x. Then subtract. This is 0. 3x squared minus 2x squared is plus 5x squared. X minus 3x is minus 2x. Then bring this term down. Right. Then you can say, see whether how many x squared terms are there for 5x squared. How much? If you divide a 5x squared by x squared, that is plus 5. Then 5 into x squared is 5x squared. 5 into 2x is 10x. 5 into minus 3 is minus 50. Right. Then if you subtract it, this is again 0. Minus 2x minus 10x is minus 12x. Minus 10 minus 50 minus 15 is plus 15. Minus 10 plus 15 is plus 5. Then this is a x term and this is a quadratic term. So you can divide further because you can do this division until it come up to a higher or equal power of the power over here. So after passing this x squared term, you cannot do this further. Therefore, this becomes the complete portion. What is the complete portion? X squared minus x plus 5 is a complete portion. Plus remainder is minus 12x plus 5 divided by the divisor is x squared plus 2x minus 3. With that, you can say a equals to 1, b equals to minus 1, c equals to 5, d equals to minus 12, and e equals to 5. Right? That's the way of doing this question. Okay. Right. Then let's move to the next question. Right. Right. In this question, what you need to do is, we have to divide x cube plus 2x squared plus 3x minus 4 divided by x plus 1, right? This is this form. We have to find a, b, c, and d, right? We will use the long division to do this question, right? Okay. Then you have to divide x cube plus 2x squared plus 3x minus 4 divided by x plus 1. Now see whether how many x terms are there for x cube, right? If you want to, I will do another couple of questions with that. So you can say, we have to see whether x cube divide by x. What is that answer? That is done up to x squared. It's over here, right? This one. Then multiply this entire expression with x squared. X squared into x is x cube. X squared into 1 is x squared. Then this is, if you subtract it, is 0. 2x squared minus x squared is 1x squared, right? Then this term down, right? Now the first term is how much? X squared. See whether how many x terms are there for x squared. X squared divided by x is how much? Just x. Right, x is here, right? Then multiply entire x plus 1 with x. X into x is x squared. X into 1 is x. Then subtract it. This is 0. And 3x minus x is 2x. Then brought this term down, right? Then what happened here? Then this is 3x minus x is 2x minus 4. Then see whether how many x terms are there for 2x. How much? Plus 2. 2 into x is 2x. 2 into 1 is 2. If you subtract it, answer this is 0. Minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. Therefore, this is the complete portion. Complete portion is x squared plus x plus 2. Then remainder is minus 6 over x plus 1. Or if you want, you can write plus minus 6 over x plus 1. With that, you can say a equals to 1, b equals to 1, c equals to 2, and d equals to minus 6. That is the way of obtaining the answer for this question. Right. Then if you want to divide 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 5 divided by x plus 3, we use the long division, right? See whether how many x terms are there for 2x cubed. If you divide, it is 2x squared. Then multiply x plus 3 with 2x squared. 2x squared into x is 2x cubed. 2x squared into 3 is 6x squared. Subtract, it is 0. 3x squared minus 6x squared is minus 3x squared. Then bring this minus 4x down, right? Okay. Then see whether how many x terms are there for 3x squared. If you divide 3x squared by x, answer is minus 3x. Then multiply entire x plus 3 with minus 3x. Minus 3x into x is minus 3x squared. Minus 3x into 3 is minus 9x. If you subtract, it is 0. Minus 4x minus minus 9x minus 4x minus minus 9x. That will turn up to minus 4x plus 9x. That is 5x. Then bring x term down, right? Okay. Then see whether how many x terms are there for 5x. That is 5. 5 into x is 5x. 5 into 3 is 15. If you subtract it, you will obtain the answer as this is 0. 5 minus 15 is minus 10. With that, you can say this is this division is equals to full portion is 2x squared minus 3x plus 5 plus the remainder is minus 10 divided by x plus 3. Or if you want to correct plus minus 10 of x plus 3, with that you know that a is 2, b is minus 3, c is 5, and d equals to minus 10. That is the answer for this question, right? Then if you come up over here, this is not a very hard question. The same extends what you had in our AS level, right? This is x cubed minus 8 divided by x minus 2. When you do this, you can write there is no x squared term. So you can write 0x squared, no linear term, 0x minus 8. Then you can use, see whether how many x terms are there for x cubed. That is x squared. If you divide x cubed by x, answer is x squared. Then multiply this entire expression. X squared into x is x cubed. X squared into minus 2 is minus 2x squared. Then subtract. It is 0. 0x squared minus minus 2x squared is plus 2x squared. Then bring this term down, right? Now see whether how many x terms are there for minus 2x cubed. Sorry, 2x cubed. 2x squared. Then it is 2x. 2x into x is 2x squared. 2x into minus 2 is minus 4x. If you subtract it, 0 minus 4x is 4x. Then bring minus 8 down. So if you do this, you'll realize that answer is 4x minus 8. If you subtract it, the remainder is 0. There is no remainder at all. It's a complete factor. Therefore, you can write this answer as x squared plus 2x plus 4 would be the final answer for this question. Right, that's a way of doing this question. Okay. Then this question also the same way. You have to divide 2x squared plus 4x plus 5 by x cubed, x squared minus 1. So when you do this division, you can say 2x squared plus 4x plus 5 divided by x squared minus 1. Then see whether how many x squared terms are there for 2x squared. If you divide 2x squared by x squared, the answer is 2. Then multiply with this. 2 into x squared is 2x squared. There is no x term, therefore write 0x. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2, right? Okay. If you want, you can write here as x squared plus 0x minus 1. Then you get a clear idea over here, right? Then you can say 2x squared minus 2. If you subtract, it is 0. 4x minus 0x is 4x. 5 minus minus 2 is plus 7. 5 minus minus 2, that is what? So this is then after that you cannot divide because here the power is high. So the final answer is 2. It's a complete portion. Remainder is 4x plus 7 over x squared minus 7. With that you can get this constant, right? So all of these questions are, you have to use the same technique to obtain the answers here. All of the questions have these answers. We use this long division technique. For this, you can obtain these answers looking into these specs, right? Okay. If you come up with a question number 9, right? They have given, find the value of the constant A, B, C, D, and E in the following identity. We need to identify this one. That is 3x to the power 4 minus 4x squared minus 8x squared plus 16x minus 2 equals to this. If you use this one, what you can do is initially we can expand the right hand side. If you expand the right hand side, you can obtain ax squared into x squared is ax to the power 4. X squared into bx is bx cube. X squared into c is cx squared. Then minus 3 into x squared is minus 3x squared. Minus 3 into bx is minus 3bx. Minus 3 into c is minus 3c dx plus e. Then after that we can isolate the power 4 terms, cubic terms, constant, quadratic terms, constant, linear terms and the constant terms. I think you are familiar about power 4 term, cubic term, quadratic term, linear term and constant term. What do you mean by that? Then we can equate the coefficients. If you get the coefficient of x squared, a, here the coefficient of x to the power 4 is 3. So you can say a equals to 3 if you consider the x to the power 4. Then if you consider the x to the power 3 minus 4 equals to b. Simply you can get these answers, right? Then if you consider the x squared terms, minus 8 is equals to minus 3b. Sorry, if you get this, x squared term, linear term should be, quadratic terms, if you get the quadratic terms, you can say minus 8 is equals to minus 3a plus c. With that, you know the a value is 3. Then if you put 3 here, minus 9 plus c equals to minus 8. If you brought here, c equals to 1, right? Then if you consider the constant terms, 16 is equals to minus 3b plus d, right? Then we know the value for bb is minus 4. If you replace minus 4 over here, it's 12. Brought to other side is minus 12. 16 minus 12 is 4, right? Then if you consider the constant terms, here it's minus 2 is equals to minus 3c. C value you already know 1. That is 3 minus 3 into 1 is minus 3 plus e. Then brought over here equals to 1. With that you can say this fraction is a is 1x squared plus minus 4x plus 1 into x squared minus 3 dx plus c. Dx plus c is 4x plus 1.